everyone, this is me Astha, and today we will be starting world history. Okay, and the first topic is Renaissance. Okay, so yeah, I will also be uploading ancient videos on ancient India, but also I've started world history because it's far more interesting. If you ask me personally, I will be saying yeah. So the first topic that you might see would be Renaissance, Reformation, Protestant movement, and Enlightenment. So this content has been taken from the book A History of the Modern World, which is by Jan Martel. So according to which the first chapter it is Renaissance background. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing I would say is to vaguely remember the time period. Okay, so it's very important that you remember the time period, like for example, the American Revolution, French Revolution, Renaissance. Okay, so Renaissance you can remember like this, like 14th century to 16th century. Okay, 1350 to 1550. It's very easy to remember. So the first question that arises is what is Renaissance, right? So basically, it was upsurged because of the medieval European civilization. Okay, Renaissance and Reformation both. So the Middle Age in Europe was altogether not in age of darkness or dark age, whatever, because towards the end of this period, certain circumstances it dropped out, which kindled an awareness among people. So this awareness was Renaissance. Okay, so you might know about the feudal, system of feudalism. Okay, so it prevailed in Europe. Like what is basically feudalism? If you don't know that, it is basically the feud, or what do we say that? How do we say that? It's basically the exchange of land from the, for example, a nobleman takes land in exchange of military services. Okay, so and under the noblemen, the peasants and workers work. Okay, so it was a major problem in Europe, and also one of the problem was that there was this dominance of Roman Catholic Church. So you might know that the church dominated there. Okay, so what happened was that if you might also know that there was one letter of indulgence, which was that if I commit a crime or anything, and then I have to offer something to the church, and in return my sins would be remitted. Okay, that's how it worked. And it was like, it's a very corrupt system. The church started to accumulate lots of wealth, and also the noblemen's, because of the feudal system. So all these things, like accumulatively, it contributed on upsurging of Renaissance. Okay, so the magnificent Greek and Roman civilization, which had disappeared to some extent in the Middle Age, it revived in the peculiar circumstances of Renaissance period. Okay, so in this age, the principles and ideals which had been neglected in Middle Ages were given importance. Like what was the result of Renaissance? Like lots of things were there. Like for example, the development of humanism, the importance of rationality over orthodoxy, like I said about the church a while ago. And then apprehension of nature's beauty. All these things came into prominence during the period of Renaissance. So Renaissance was an outcome of several past centuries. It did not emerge like all of a sudden. Okay, so it was because like many reasons, which we will be discussing in a while. So there was persistent effort for its arousal in France in the post-medieval period. In this field, effort of Peter Aubilier of France, Roger Bacon of England, Dante of Italy, they were commendable. First of all, they inspired people to identify human weaknesses for by means of applying scientific outlook in place of superstitions. Okay, in the medieval age, great empires were founded and major cities of business were developed. It was a world of activities everywhere. In that period, good universities flourished in Paris, Bologna in Italy, and Oxford. The youth were eager to seek admission to these universities. In this way, the medieval age and the 13th century in particular was a period of utter ignorance. The youth was ebullient. If you don't know the meaning of ebullient, it's like high spirited, you can say, full of enthusiasm, kind of. with liveliness and nerves, the spirit of enthusiastic curiosity under the disguise of politeness made them restless and impatient. The Renaissance, it burst out their impatience and eagerness of the people. Okay, so as I said that the Renaissance, it culminated because of lots of things, okay, which was prevailing in Europe. Okay, so according to European history, the Renaissance period is roughly from 14th to 16th century, which I already mentioned, and particularly from 1350 to 1550. Generally, it is held that the modern Europe is an offshoot of Renaissance because the Renaissance promoted the freedom of thought, scientific and critical outlook, pure art, literature free from influence of church, and development of regional languages. So, what is the meaning of Renaissance? The term Renaissance, it stands for all intellectual upheaval which was discernible towards the end of Middle Ages. In other words, it comprises the intellectual changes which occurred at the end of medieval and the beginning of modern period. The changes signify the decline of feudalism, which I already explained you what is feudalism, the study of ancient literature, the rise of nation state. In this period also, there was this feeling of nationalism which upsurged. Okay, due to which the Renaissance, it was one of the reasons. Okay, the beginning of modern science, the invention of moving letters, gunpowder and compass, the discovery of new trade route, the introduction of primary capitalism, etc. According to historian Davis, the word Renaissance, it expresses those freedom loving intrepid ideas of people which had been imprisoned by the religious authorities in Middle Age. So you can see the quote. It also, it basically explains what it gave freedom to people. People started becoming aware that we are not obliged to follow the church, right? That's how the Protestant revolution happened, right? Then the learned French historian Jules Michelet, he has he has given the explanation of Renaissance, which refers to factors that incorporates all the reformative efforts of the Renaissance. These two factors were first the discovery of world and second was discovery of man. So I'll explain you both of them. So the discovery of world means the geographical achievement of 15th and 16th century, which opened up trade across the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Ocean, as well as introduced the new world of America, South Africa, Australia to the people of old world. So you might know that in 15th and 16th centuries, Spain and Portugal, these two countries, they started, navigating. Then England, and they started, this promoted like trade. They also colonized. This was the initial stage when they started colonizing the Spain, Portugal. They also took hold in Africa, Brazil. America was a colony of. It became colony of Britain. Then India, like lots of. We will be discussing about that too. Okay, in later videos. Right now, we will focus on this, and then the discovery of man. It entails the phase of manpower which discarded the medieval papacy and relied on progress and independent outlook. So, papacy, if you don't know what is the meaning of papacy, it is the authority of the popes. As I said, that the church dominated. He was the bishop of the church or high official, uh, having person having the highest official can say. Okay, so they had authority. So they started discarding the superstitions that prevail, and they started getting aware. They started looking at things with the scientific outlook. Okay, so yeah, then according to other historian, Henry S. Lucas, also explained the meaning of Renaissance, which he said was changes in the ways of medieval thinking, right? um, and then Renaissance, it does not lies in revival of civilization but signifies those Italian cultural changes which developed in 1300 in Italy and spread over other parts of Europe in early years of 1600. Then Hayes writes that the word Renaissance, literally rebirth, should be applied within certain limitation. It should not be used to signify all the changes occurred in the modern times. And how do we define Renaissance? it can be like this. The Renaissance was an intellectual, liberal, cultural movement in which New Europe was taking shape on the strength of ancient European inspiration, and critical as well as inventive tendencies were coming to the fore, that is in front. As a result, man snapped all medieval bonds, various phases of human life emerged, which permeated the art, literature, philosophy, science of that period. Okay, so I explained you the meaning of Renaissance. If you didn't understand, then do comment below. I will reply as fast as I can. And again, I will tell you in short, Renaissance is basically awareness. Okay, understanding, getting aware of the prevailing, that this superstition, for example, if you think that something is this way, you deny it, and you look at the thing scientifically, you put logic to it, right? You understand thing and you reject it. So in medieval Europe, this superstitions and the authority of church, feudalism, these things prevailed. And in Renaissance, these things changed and they started, there was cultural change, then many things like intellectual movement, you can say. So yeah guys, that's it in this video. We talked about what is Renaissance. We are not adding these sections in this video because it will make the video very long. So yeah, so don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please, please, please share my video as much as possible, because I do make a lot of effort for making these videos for you guys. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you stay updated with my videos, and do show your support and love for this channel. Okay, and that's it. Stay safe, stay smiling. That's it. Thank you.